Hello, wonderful friends. It's Laura again, and I'm so glad to be sharing this space with you to talk about something of that is close to my heart, and that is suicide. And I'm making this video in response to an upcoming 9-year mark of when my brother died from suicide. And I wrote this blog post at that later on Memorial Day that I would like to share with you now. And it's a little out of context since it's not Memorial Day today, but I think we'll work through it. It's called Life Is. On this Memorial Day, I am thinking of my brother who died in December. He wasn't a veteran, but he fought a personal battle for a long time and chose to end his life. Our family did a group hug for him today, synchronizing a time to remember him and the good times we had together. As the texts from my family came through, full of words of love and warmth toward Luke and the rest of our family, I couldn't help but mourn his choice, and the choice of about 1 million people nationwide every year. In addition to thinking of the people gone today, I'm also thinking about life and how grateful I am for that gift. Life is really hard. I understand that far better than I'd like to. I also know that when we work to remove opacity, pain, and deception, we can see what else life is. Life is an adventure. There is nothing so precious about a yoga practice, especially Bikram yoga for me, where I sweat out all of my insides, or at least that's how it feels, and push through physical pain and challenge myself to a tremendous degree. And then at the end, they give you that cold, wet towel, and I get a lie in Shavasana and a revel in a world so great that it has feelings like this. And even the practice itself, even the challenge and pain and the struggle is worthwhile and valuable. Life is majestic. There is an innate spirituality about a day in the mountains, whether that is skiing or hiking or something else. Skiing in particular holds a warm and fuzzy place in my heart. And as I traverse the surface, weaving through trees and soaring downhill, I know there is hope in any difficult situation. I know there is always a reason worth living. When I ride the lift to the summit at Solitude Resort and I see the enormous Wasatch Mountains in all of their splendor and glory, I know that a world as both magnificent and piercingly tranquil as this one is worth staying in. It is worth fighting for. It is worth using each and every day for good and finding joy and sweetness in it. Life is good. Last week, I watched a scruffy brown duck eat a huge ant, the kind where you can see the two body parts connected instead of just one long body. To watch that little rascal with its round head and long beak stick out the ant, make its lunge, then turn back around satisfied about his little mouthful. I knew that life is good. It's interesting. It's crazy. It's weird. It's scary. It's terrible. It's wonderful. And bottom line, it's a gift and it's worth living. My heart and hugs and tissues go out to each of you that miss somebody, especially those of you who miss somebody who chose to go. I do not judge or condemn those who commit suicide and never will, though I deeply mourn the choice and the loss. As the quote goes, suicide doesn't end the problems. It ends the chance for things to improve. We love you and miss you, Luke, my brother. And I absolutely believe it would have gotten better for you. And it would have been better for us if you were here. And I have struggled with suicidal ideation myself and been in terrible places where that seems like the best solution. But I truly believe what I said in that post, that it never is. And I love a Twitter post by one of my favorite authors for YA, Kira Cass. And she said that if something along the lines of, if any of you are considering suicide and think that the world would breathe a sigh of relief that you're gone, you are wrong. And since becoming a mother, I am, after writing that post, there's other reasons, besides Bikram yoga or skiing, that are even more beautiful, to stay in this world, and things that I could have missed out on if I had acted upon some of the thoughts that I've had in the past. Thoughts that really were very hard to control and came from dark places, but that as I tackled and purged, I was able to get into a better place. And truly thinking of what I could have missed out on is terrifying, because I would never want to miss a day with my children, with my husband, with my family, and just all of the other beautiful things out in the world. Because even without a husband and kids and a family, life would still be worth living. Even if I were still single, there were so many adventures that I loved: scuba diving and going on trips around the world and running marathons and triathlons and lots of things that I don't get to do now because I'm a parent and it's harder to be so flexible. But what I'm trying to say is that there's just so much beauty in life, whatever phase of life that is. And I hope that we can all choose life, and not just choose to be here, which is the first step, but choose to live every day, to make it beautiful, and to remember that we are beautiful and we're in the place we're supposed to be in this life. So until the next time, maybe I'll choose life and choose a beautiful life, because there are so many opportunities out there. And I am glad that we got to hang out together today. So thanks for listening. Until next time.